Hi, I'm Peter Ryan. Welcome to the Traction Files. Today we're looking at the 2016 Volkswagen Passat. Now this is the newly designed version, inside and out, so it's a completely refreshed design from Volkswagen. So this is the B8, or the 8th generation. So you'll see that things have changed a little bit. So less rounded design, more horizontal lines. So very similar to the Audi design language at the moment. And you would be excused for thinking that some of these parts have actually come directly from the Audi A4. So this is the base model. This is the 132 TSI. So 132 kilowatts given out by a 1.8 litre turbocharged 4. So front wheel drive. Even the base model comes with the 17-inch standard mag wheels. So very attractive vehicle from the outside. Bit of a departure from their previous designs, and just one that I'm really going to enjoy testing today. When you start driving the Passat, you really feel the quality and the workmanship that Volkswagen is so well known for. Admittedly, there's been some bad news for Volkswagen in recent times, but I don't think that should take away from the release of this vehicle. This is the good news, and there's nothing to be concerned about with this car. So this is the 1.8 litre petrol, as I mentioned earlier. Now, there's 132 kilowatts of power, which might not sound like a whole heap, but when you compare it to others in the market, like the 2.5 litre motor that sits in most of the Mazdas and the Mazda 6, CX-7 and things like that, that gives only 6 kilowatts more power and is much thirstier. So this vehicle does about 7.4 litres per 100 k's. In my tests going in urban environments, I've been able to get that to 6.3 with careful driving using what's called the blue trainer, which comes up on the screen here when you're in eco mode. So there's no manual available in these vehicles, so the standard here is the 7-speed DSG, or direct shift gearbox, that the Volkswagen Group is so well known for. So you find the same gearbox in an Audi TT. This is silky smooth, lovely change of gears, but more importantly, delivers power at the right torque and also delivers fantastic fuel economy. Another thing I really enjoy about driving the Passat is the refined suspension package that they have, and so this is complemented by independent rear suspension in the rear. So what you've got is what feels like a very mature, settled vehicle, and it sits nicely on the road, sits nicely in corners, very little body roll when you're pushing it around corners, so therefore it feels like you're driving through the corner. Very confidence inspiring. So this particular vehicle has the driver assistance package. Now this is an $1,800 option. Might sound like a little bit of money, but when you consider the safety and the technology that you're actually getting for that money, it's a great investment. Some of the German manufacturers might try and charge you 4 or 5 for the same sort of tech. So we're seeing a lot of things in this car that we're starting to see in mainstream cars, so forward collision warning, blind spot assist and things like that. This takes it to the next level though. So we've got adaptive cruise control, so radar keeps you at a safe distance from the car in front, even slowing this vehicle down to a complete stop, should the traffic in front do that. One of the really cool features that I like is the lane assistance. So if this vehicle detects that you're travelling towards the white line, the centre line or the side line on the road, and thinks that you're going to go outside that line, it'll steer you back inside. Now it'll only do this for up to a maximum of 8 seconds, because it figures that you've either fallen asleep or passed out at the wheel. So if that's the case, then alarms start coming up, and should all else fail, the car will stop itself. So I think what we've got here with the new Passat is a very serious contender in that mid-size family market. So thinking sort of Ford Mondeo, Toyota Camry, Mazda 6, Kia Optima, that sort of size vehicle. So this one on the road at base, you're looking around 40,000 upwards, depending on how you option it. And then of course there's the Comfort Line package, and then there's also the Highline package with the diesel motor. Passat, however, hasn't been traditionally a really big seller in Australia, which is interesting because for the Volkswagen brand itself, it's the highest selling vehicle by far. We seem to be much more enamoured with the little Golfs or the smaller Volkswagen. From every angle, this car actually looks very attractive to my eyes. So more horizontal lines, lovely kink down the side of the car. This looks a bit Audi A4, doesn't it? So lovely engineering, beautiful design, and once again a really safe vehicle, but the pricing is actually on point, I think, for the market that they're trying to get into, and which is highly competitive.